Բարև ձեզ հարգելի բարեկամներ, Սփյուռքի ձայնը հեռուստահանդեսը դարձյալ ձեզ հետ է։ Այսօրվա մեր հաղորդումը ուզում եմ սկսել շնորհավորելով համայն հայությանը մայր հայրենիքում տեղի ունեցած Թավշյա հեղափոխության առթիվ։ Այն առթիվ, որ հայ ժողովուրդը կարողացավ ամենախաղաղ ճանապարհով իր կամքը թելադրել եւ հասնել ամենաժողովրդավարական փոփոխությունների։ Շնորհավորում ենք նաեւ նորընտիր վարչապետ Նիկոլ Փաշինյանին եւ ցանկանում ուժ ու կորով, որպեսզի նա կարողանա ծառայել մայր հայրենիքին ի բարօրություն համայն հայության։ Իսկ այժմ, սիրելի բարեկամներ, հրավիրում եմ ձեզ դիտելու մեր պատրաստած ակնարկը վերջերս Հայ օգնության միության կազմակերպությամբ տեղի ունեցած սեմինարի մասին։
Մենք ուղտյաներ, հոմի բայցար թրոշին, միշտ մնանք, արի վահանն անցյալի։
The Armenian Relief Society, ARS of Eastern USA, recently presented a regional seminar titled From Mission to Action, the ARS and the Shifting Needs of the Armenian World.
Այսօր հոս հավաքված ենք Հայ օգնության միության Արևելյան Միացյալ Նահանգներու շրջանային վարչության հյուրասիրությամբ եւ 4 մասնաճյուղերու գոմեն սեմինարը ունելու, որբեսի այսինքն դասյարակենք մեր երդասարտները եւ մեր ընկերուհիները թե ինչպես հայ դիգինը կամ հոմուհին ինչ է իրեն բարդականությունը անցյալեն սկսյալ մինչև ներկա օրերուս հյուրեր ունենք կենտրոնական վարչության ներկայացուցիչները ներկայ եմ ես ունենք լրիվ գազմը շրջանային վարչության շատ կարևոր է սեմինարներ ունենալ միակ ձևով է որ մենք կրնանք մեր խաղապարները հայտնել իրարու եւ իրար մեջ սորվիլ մեր անցյալի experience-ները կորձածենք եւ ցցնենք իրար.
The event took place at the Hovnanian School in New Jersey. In our opening remarks, Talin Daglian, the chair of the ARS Eastern U.S. region, welcomed all the ARS members representing more than 10 different chapters of the Eastern U.S. region. ARS member Sandra Vartanyan, vice chair of the ARS Eastern U.S. region, invited the first guest speaker, Dr. Khachik Muradian, visiting professor at Columbia University. Dr. Muradian spoke about the decades of ARS's work and opportunities the new digital age presents for the organization today.
Home հայ ժողովրդի հրճեջներու միությունն է։ Ուվը գրագարն է հրճեհմլա, փամլա, ամեն դակդուրվագլա տրամ հավաքեն, երտանք տրամա ոջան։ I think we, as an organization, it is an organization because of its global reach, and because its mission essentially is to serve a constituency that's global, right? It does look like right? There's going to be conflict erupting somewhere. There's going to be an earthquake somewhere else. There's going to be a hurricane in another place. Just look at the activity and activism and the humanitarian work that the ARS has been involved in just over the past couple of years. Hurricane, earthquake, war, civil war, you name it, right? So this kind of emergency intervention is, however, only one aspect. And I would argue, in the case of the ARS and other Armenian organizations of a similar scope, is only a small aspect of what the organization can and is capable of doing in terms of building capacity, creating sustainable operations and interventions in places like Armenia, Artsakh, Chavakh, and elsewhere.
We, the regional board, have been planning for this for many months, and we're very, very pleased that we had our first presenter, Dr. Khachik Muradian, who spoke and enlightened us about the ARS and the vision that it had in the past, the methods of communication that the ARS utilized in the past, and how we need to transition to the present and to the future to continue to invigorate and encourage our members and to publicize the ARS in today's methods of communication technology. We need to continue to encourage all of our members, whether they're young or middle-aged or older, to be active in our organization and to work fruitfully toward attaining the goals of the ARS.
So I believe that often our discussions about engaging the youth are done in the absence of the youth. They are done in a manner that where we pretend to know everything. We pretend to know what the youth want. We pretend to know that the youth are indifferent to this or that. We fail to grasp the notion that the youth are different, not indifferent. And we fail to realize that these intellectual discussions by people who are not in their 20s and in their teens and 20s and 30s anymore, but far from it, about how to engage the youth are at their essence, at their core faulty. Because we don't know the youth, and we cannot assume that we know the youth and speak on their behalf unless we are engaging in conversation with them constantly. And there's tremendous potential in realizing that, you know what, despite the fact that any organization can have a glorious past, despite the fact that any organization can be doing tremendous amount of work all around the world, what makes any organization, what starts the process of decline for organizations is the hubris that comes with the sense that we know better and we can figure things out, and who are you to actually come up with another alternative? I think the strength of any organization is the willingness to be open to engaging the youth on their own terms, as opposed to setting the terms for engagement as it tries to really actualize its mission and its projects.
The next guest speaker was Kathy Tosoyan, Director of Educational Services and Youth Development at the Dale Carnegie Training, who has a BA and an MA in Education and Counseling. She spoke on the topic of team building and leadership. In her interactive presentation, Tosoyan discussed the fundamentals of teamwork: feedback, perspective, efficiency, productivity, learning opportunities, and team synergy.
It's one thing to create a team, but it's another thing to create teamwork. And that teamwork is what it's going to take for the ARS as a whole to move forward and do everything that they're capable of doing. So, what are benefits of teamwork? What are some of the benefits that you get from teamwork? And I'm going to go through this part quickly because
You reach to the goals.
You achieve your goals faster, don't you? Absolutely. Yeah. Strength, connections, support. Yes. Yeah. A lot of people think they can do it all themselves, don't they?
No. Teamwork is very important.
Teamwork is very important. Absolutely.
In addition to her presentation, Tosoyan had the attendees fill up a questionnaire and engage the willing participants to a hands-on team-building exercises, such as building spaghetti marshmallow towers.
Here is your challenge. You are to build as a team the tallest freestanding structure that you can, using only what's in the bag. You cannot use the bag. The tallest freestanding structure, which means you cannot hang it from the ceiling. It has to be able to stand from the table up. The marshmallow, when you are done, has to be on the top of the structure. All right? On the top of the structure, somehow the marshmallow has to be on the top of what you've just built. You may use as much or as little of the supplies that you have. Again, you may not use the paper bag, but you've got tape, spaghetti, and string is in the bag. You have 18 minutes. 18 minutes to do this. I feel that this workshop today was very important for the ARS, for the women, because as Armenian women, we need to work together. We're stronger in numbers than we are individually, and so we need to work together to create the strength on our team. And I feel that the principles learned here today are common knowledge, but not common practice. And it's important to get along with each other and to know how to work with each other and create success for everyone.
For the past 108 years, ARS members have passed on their loyalty pledge from one woman to another. A century-old commitment to help people in need, not only Armenians, but people from across the globe.